Hey folks, Jesse here with Southern Reels, and it is the day of the storm here in North Carolina. Florence is coming through tonight. I'm pretty much at home making final preparations. Me and my family, we decided to stay. Been in North Carolina my entire life. Call us stubborn, but any of my family has never evacuated through any of the storms that we've had in the past. I don't know, my belief is if you're at home and you're there, that you can possibly do things to help minimize damage to your home and try to keep it to a minimum. Naturally, if it was a Category 5 coming in, you know, a direct hit on us, that would be a different story. I would probably batten down the hatches and leave for that. But luckily, it looks like this storm has already dropped to a 2. It's kind of hitting south of us. I mean, we're still in the affected area. Probably going to get some 60, 70 mile an hour winds with a few gusts higher, but I think we'll be okay. Luckily here where we're at in Camden, we're on high ground, so flooding is not going to be an issue. And plus our ground drains very well. It's very sandy. We got a couple huge blocks of woods around us that help kind of shelter us from the wind a little bit. So I'm thankful for that. As far as that goes, best case scenario for us. Fortunately, I can't really say the same, excuse me, for some other communities in the area. There's one down the road in South Mills that they get it pretty bad, and it's the amount of rain and they're talking about coming in, it's going to be kind of gnarly for some areas, and my thoughts go out for them. God, it's going to really suck. I pretty much prepped the shop the best that I could. I got everything valuable kind of packed back into this corner over here because of a couple trees I got up here. These some pretty tall, scraggly looking pine trees, and they can definitely do a number on my shop. So I don't know, I just prep the best you can for that. Also our house, we've got some pretty big pine trees in the front yard that are pretty close to the house. Close enough that if one of them decided to come down, it wouldn't be a good situation. So our bedroom's actually in the front of the house. We won't be sleeping in there tonight. We're gonna be staying in the bedroom in the back of the home as far away from all the trees as we can get. I did more preparations in the yard. We've planted a bunch of trees and stuff. You know, I've gone along and staked them all out. There's a bunch of, you know, apple trees and stuff over there that we planted. I went and staked all of them out, just trying to save the landscaping as much as possible. You know, vehicles parked in the middle of the yard, pretty much everything laid down, put up, you know, as best as you can prepare. I got a generator ready to go, pretty much ready to switch on. It's wired into the house, so it's not a big one. It's one of the little like suitcase generators, but it's big enough to, you know, run a TV and a refrigerator and a few lights just to get us through. I don't know how long we're going to lose power. It's always hard to say. EMC has always been really good about getting power back on pretty quickly in this area, so hopefully that won't be too big of an issue. Other than that, I'm kind of just out in the shop bored. To be honest with you, I'm actually working on staining this cabinet right here that I built for the sunroom. It's like shoe storage. Nice little bench to sit on. We're gonna put a little cushion on top of it. My wife wanted that, so I built that for her last weekend. Try to get it finished up in the downtime that I have today. Probably also hit inside and do some video editing. I'm actually behind a little bit. I'll of course get this little video out, and I've also got a CBB trip with me and Jim and my buddy Matt, where we went out and caught a bunch of sheephead and spades. Try to get that one out as well. So that's pretty much what's up today. We're gonna ride it out. I do wanna say though, my prayers and thoughts go out to everybody down in the Wilmington area in South Carolina. They're gonna get it pretty bad. Luckily the storm has kind of de-intensified a little bit, but still the amount of rain and flooding is gonna be gnarly. And I'm praying for you guys. My family's praying for you. And I hope that it'll be as minimal as possible considering what's happening. Also thanks to all the, you know, emergency workers, all the line crews, you know, the hospital. My wife's mom actually is on call at the hospital. They're actually having to stay there just in case, you know, so huge thanks to all those people who, you know, put themselves out there to help people in situations like this. You guys are awesome, and just thumbs up, man. So anyway, that's pretty much what's going on as far as fishing goes. It's just going to be interesting after this. You know, the amount of fresh water that's going to be introduced into the waterways is kind of going to screw things up for a while. I don't know. We'll just have to see how that plays out, especially down south of us. We've already had a ton of fresh water, you know, especially up in the bay and, you know, pretty much everywhere I fished just from all the rain this summer. So it's definitely already pretty bad, and this is just going to make it a lot worse, not to mention all the debris and trash that's going to be introduced into the waterways. I'm ready for the temperatures to cool down. Honestly, I'm so tired of summer at this point because being outside every day, it just gets really old. I'm ready for some nice cool weather trout fishing. So that's what's up. Y'all have a good evening. Batten down the hatches, be safe. Peace out.